Put them on YouTube later, so on the bottom of the sheet here, you can always see it later on my previous talks.
Okay.
All right. So, how do we get set for realistic goals for 2024? We all hear about the New Year's resolution. I want to lose weight. I want to do this. I want to do this. But what happens is most people don't have a plan to get there. So how do when I start people on getting healthy in my office as a chiropractor here locally in Upland, a lot of it is understanding there's a mindset we have to start with. What is your mindset? And what I do is tell people a lot of it is how do you talk to yourself? What's your self-talk like? Are you positive? Are you negative? Do you use certain words that are, if you want to call it, not destructive, but words that don't help you get to that point of where you want to get to? A lot of people that they say, I want to work out, but I have this issue with this, but I can't get there. So I always go, okay, let's set up a plan to where mindset-wise, we're helping ourselves talk into working out, into walking, into worrying about posture, into worrying about if we want to lose weight or what we eat for nutrition-wise, so we can get ourselves in the mindset first before we even start doing things. We talked about earlier too, a lot of it is when we have the right mindset, we can get ourselves, even when we're not motivated, okay, I want to do this. It's going to be good for me later. This walk's going to be great, even though I don't feel good now, maybe 15, 20 minutes into it. I walked last week or yesterday, and it felt good, so I'm going to get to that point where it feels good. When we worry about I was listening to, you ever see those little clips from Arnold Schwarzenegger? Those little clips? He has a clip where it says, when I work out, I go in the morning because I'm not awake yet. I'm not thinking yet. I just have a routine. I go to work out, and I don't even want to think about it. Because if I don't know if you guys use an alarm clock or not. I do. I use my phone for when I leave in the other room. I leave my phone in my other room. So I go work out. I get up about 4:30 in the morning to go work out. Anyone else get up 4:30 in the morning? 4:30 in the morning? Anybody?
Nope.
Good. Nope. Good.
4 o'clock.
Good. Perfect. You want to get it done.
Automatic. I don't know why.
Do you have an alarm? Do you use an alarm clock, or do you just get up and go? Good for you. Good. If you had an alarm clock that was next to you, and I'll get the paper for you too in a second, and then you kept hitting the button, would that motivate you?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I do that sometimes.
Yes. Everyone's different with that.
Yeah.
Well, if the alarm clock is next to you, hit the button all the time. At that point, you're gonna get up when you feel like getting up, versus getting up when your body wants to get up. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I want to make sure what we're talking about, emotion versus desire, a lot of it is, can we not think emotionally about getting healthy, think about that's going to be some work. No one wants to go, I want to be in pain today, I want to go work out. But they want the results of that. So we realize part of what's after mindset is, are we okay being uncomfortable? Are we okay being a little tired? If we're going to change our habit of getting up early to work out, or you can start working out too, that's what it is, or even nutrition too. If you're uncomfortable, your body will change. That make sense?
To a degree, but
Does that make you more lazy?
If getting from lazy to unlazy, yes. If getting up an hour early to work out is something where it's different for you, that's a good stressor where you're going to be uncomfortable. If your idea of exercise is 10-minute walks, and you go to 20 minutes, that's going to be uncomfortable. If you start doing some new stretches, some new posture things, we'll go over in a minute too, it's going to be uncomfortable until you're comfortable with that stretch, with that new amount of walking, or new amount of exercises. I have people come in right now and go, man, I'm so sore. I go, what are you doing? I took November and December off working out. Going back now, I'm like, yeah, I call it you're in the suck. It's gonna suck for a while. Sorry, it's gonna suck for a while. Part of being, you made yourself comfortable in a lower level of lifestyle choices per se. Now you have to get back up to it. And everyone's different. It isn't a communist country, you can do whatever you want to do. But if you want to get healthier, when you're uncomfortable, you're gonna be tired, you're gonna be sore, maybe a little grouchy. I know I am sometimes. So realize that to get there to a higher state of health may take you 2-3 weeks minimum to get to where you feel comfortable with that higher intensity or duration of exercise per se. Just using exercise as a routine. Or if it's something I want to read more this year. Reading 10 pages, I'm like, oh, that's a lot of work. All of a sudden you go, I can do 15. So when like you're doing, when you can build it up slowly, that uncomfortable level is uncomfortable because it feels good to you. When 15 feels good, minutes of walking feels good, I'll try 20. When I hear my patients say, man, that exercise feels pretty good now, what else can I do? I go, I got you.
Yeah.
And then they go, I got it, because now I know you want to change and you want to get healthier. So if you want to get healthier, you're going to start with being a mindset first. Okay, I want to get this done. I'm not going to make excuses. No more buts. At that point, I'm going to be uncomfortable. Part of getting better, healthier. Stressing my body has to be uncomfortable to cause a change in the body, right? The body likes homeostasis. What's homeostasis? It likes balance. So you do less, our body gets weaker. Or we do more, the body gets strong. But to get to that higher strength takes energy, stress to your body, get that become your default level. It takes work, And you have to realize when we're working to that better state, you're gonna have to almost need a community to help you get there sometimes. Everyone's different. When you have a community of people that you're there with, or you see all the time, or you work out with. I have a group that I work out with in the morning at 5:30 in the morning, 3-4 days a week. And if someone texts us in the morning, the group, and goes, I'm not gonna make it, I don't feel good. And we'll text back and go, hey, we'll come by and pick you up. Like, fine, I'll put my shoes on, they'll go. But it's that, I'll call it pure pressure, that allows you to go, okay, they want me to go, they want me there. Sometimes you want that socialization plus the desire to do it. I had someone today say, hey, how do I meet more people? And they go, well, I go, what do you like to do? I like to walk my dog. Good, there's a dog park across my office. When you come to my office on Friday, bring your dog with you, go to dog park afterwards and meet people that have similar interest of having a dog. Like attracts like, right? That's a universal thing. Like attracts like. So when we do something that other people like, we have that community, that feeling of being with someone that has the same type of goals per se. Does that make sense?
Yes.
On the same page? All right. And let's go over this one too. What is good versus bad pain? How would you define good pain? What do you think? What's good pain? Yes.
I think it's a good idea to reframe it and say perhaps discomfort and actually use the word pain.
Good.
If you know it's something that is not hurting you,
Good.
but working towards the goals that you have.
Good. So I tell my patients too, good pain is when it feels uncomfortable and tight, but it doesn't feel like it's tender. It doesn't feel like when you move your joint wants to guard and tighten. You have full range of motion, you have movement, you can put weight on your leg. It's uncomfortable, but it doesn't feel like you're guarded where it's going to spasm on you or cause pain. Your body sends you signals all day long of how your body's doing. So when you can move your joint, when it feels you can add some load, some stress to it, it doesn't want to guard or tighten on you, that's good pain level per se. Where you work out a little bit more, you do a little bit more, and it feels uncomfortable, that's good pain. Bad pain is when it is tender, you move your joint and all of a sudden it guards and tightens. Or especially if it's bruised also too. People come in all the time, I rolled my ankle. How bad is it? I'm not sure. Take your sock off. Look at the ankle, it's bruised. I'm like, grade 2 sprain. Just stay off a couple weeks. Like, how do you know? You push on it. Ow. Yep, that's bad pain. So it's understanding bruising is always torn ligament or muscle. Tenderness, same thing. It could be a bad muscle strain, the ligament strain. So we have to do a recovery. We have to kind of back it off a little bit, get to where it's going to be good, uncomfortable pain, and then move forward. So it depends where. So if someone's working out and they're walking, they roll their ankle, like, man, it hurts a lot. Back it off a little bit. Because sometimes we set goals that are unrealistic. Within a month, I want to start be walking a mile every day. I'm like, how much you walk now? Nothing. All right, sounds good. I said, I always tell them, what's the first step you want to take to get to a mile walking? Well, I just want to walk a mile. Good. What happened last time you did that? It hurt a lot. Okay. Do you have an event coming up, like a 5K, a marathon? No? Okay, let's take your time then. Because as you know, people in the gym too, When COVID hit, the gym closed for about 6 months-ish. About 6 months, they all closed. They had to. People went back and they wanted to lift the same weight right away the first day out. What do you think happened? I got really busy. It was great job security for me as a chiropractor. Loved it. The first 12 months when they first opened, I had 23 bad back injuries from people working out. Going too hard, too quick. They didn't think they had to warm up to that weight again. I always ask them too, and jokingly once they're in a good mental state, I go, do you have an event coming up, a bodybuilding contest, something going on? They go, no. I'm like, okay, maybe you want to slow it down a little bit. But I always ask them too, my pre-question is, are you still invincible? These are like sometimes kids in their 20s and 30s. Let's say kids because I'm 49. So does that mean, when I ask someone, are they invincible, what do you think that means?
Something they can get hurt.
Exactly. There you go. It's just a minor thing. I'll get over this and go. Yes.
And, I've been a jock for a long time now. I'm really in a bad space. You can get addicted to anything, like you said. And like I got addicted to jump roping. And if I didn't do 800 a day, because I was a marathon too, but
There you go.
if I didn't do 800 a day, and people talk about addictions, you could get overdo it very quickly.
But it's that goal of I want to get there all the time and do more and more and more, and all of a sudden your body goes, I'm not good anymore. It's amazing how, and it might be as I'm getting older too, how recovery is as important as trying to exercise and work out. That make sense?
Yes.
Huge. I need the recovery, the supplements, the vitamins, minerals, and the water and the hydration, stretching too, to make sure tomorrow I can still do the same thing. And when you're invincible, you think I'm gonna recover from this, quick, I'll be good, get back to normal stuff. When you're not invincible anymore, which I want people to kind of understand, then I go, okay, how do I do enough without causing injury? So I can still work tomorrow. I can still do what I want to do. That's my thing. I've gotten to that point where, okay, I want to work out enough, but I want to make sure I can still do this tomorrow. People go, you like playing basketball? I go, I love basketball. You want to go play? Nope. I had a dream, because of chance of injury, right? Chance of injury. I had a dream a few months ago, it's been probably 4 or 5 months now. I was playing basketball, having a good time. Woke up, my knee hurt. From dreaming about playing basketball. Dreaming about it. Your body's something like, no, don't even think about it. Don't even dream about it. But it's something where I like it, but what's the chance of injury? You got to be realistic. People that come, they go on motorcycle rides or ATVs and stuff, and they have to do for they don't have one, they just do it for fun. Come back, they roll the bike. They have broken ribs. I had a guy. He was trying to impress his grandson during Christmas. He bought a little BMX bike and tried to show him how to bunny hop on the front wheel in his garage. That was slippery. He has a video. I saw a video. It was a great video. He fell over the handlebars and bruised his ribs really bad. Been about a month and a half, and he's still pretty sore. I'm like, I said, you should try them in the concrete next time. You've been fine. He's like, no more. I'm like, okay, just want to make sure. So it's realizing what we can do, what seems a good idea, and what is not a good idea. So it's making sure we can prevent injury is the key, prevent bad pain is the key. All right. Next one. How do we start? How do we start this 2024 so we can start getting healthy? If you have a plan already, fantastic. Can you stick to it? Great. What's the biggest thing of the body getting stronger and healthier? What's the number one word you would use? What's the number one way to get healthy and stay that way? There's a couple of words that would kind of fit into the same category. Eat healthy. What would you want to do long term to stay healthy? What would be your thing? What would be a good word for that?
Goals.
Excuse me?
Goals.
Goals. What else? Yes.
I think of discipline.
Good. Discipline. Huge. I use the word consistent. Exactly. Can we do stuff if it's every day, what you're going to do, so consistently you're persistent to have that duration of a lifestyle change, not just this week, this month, maybe 2 months from now. So when you have the discipline of getting up 4 o'clock every morning, congratulations, and I feel for you too. I'm there. In the dark, I'm like, why is it so dark? Oh yeah, it's only 4 in the morning. Is when we have that, it becomes our routine, and our body adapts to that as your normal, right? That's the plan. But when you overdo it, and your body goes, we're gonna break the body down. So finding that window where you feel good and keep there is you're gonna be your duration. It's gonna be your persistency, okay? So what I deal with normally here is about sitting and standing posture. Why do people come to my office as a chiropractor? Because they have pain. They don't come and, hey doc, I want to come and see you because I have bad posture. But the posture they have now is causing their problems.
Yeah.
Okay? Number one thing, people sit, correct? Okay? Most people sit like this. Ugh. Or like this, after lunch, like this, like, okay, I'm at work, but I'm not really at work. Okay? So what I want to do, take your chair, is it's in the first third of the chair, first third. Let your knees go below your hips, feet underneath you, or on the sides, up to you, on the side or front. That point underneath you, so it allows your lower back to push yourself back a little bit, to feel the body balancing on your hips, not on your tailbone. All right, so here, knees below your hips, feet underneath you. If you can, go up on your toes. Balance when you're up on your toes. At that point, you're going to balance through your body all the way through. Have small center of gravity to stay up. Contracted core instead of being slouched. That's the goal. Can we stay here instead of being here? Again, you're going to feel uncomfortable, a little sore until you get used to it. It's staying back here, body up the whole time. Let the back arch a little bit as muscles contract your lower back. Just keep your body up here. Key. Okay? And again, when you're driving, some people drive. It's hard to sit like this, so I'm going to sit back in the chair when I'm driving, but I'm going to have my feet even. Pedal here on the right if you're in your American car, and foot even here, not back here. Because once I'm back here, my feet are uneven. My hips will shift, causing pressure in my lower back. Feet even is going to be your key. Right, any questions about that? Huh? Easy, 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 but be aware of where your body is. All right, next one. This one will be actually over here in a second, so I'm going to move the camera over a little bit. Here, you can see from that side, you'll be able to see it too. Here is standing posture. Okay? Let me go back up a little bit more. There we go. Right in. There we go. So here, when I stand, I want to be able to stand with the weight on my heels against the wall, heels, hips, shoulder, and head. That's a good position. Okay, that's a good balanced position because your whole body is straight. Most people, when I tell them, stand how you normally stand, and does that feel good to you? They go, yeah, I feel great. Because in their mind, that's their normal, that's their average, right? That's what their default is. When I change your posture, they go, that feels weird, doc. I'm like, yep, it should feel weird because it's not your normal. Once you get here, I want people to understand, stay here long enough, 15, 20 seconds, and take a step forward. You feel normal there now. At that point, the weight's on your heels. At that point, walking, weight on your heels allows you to keep your body up the whole time instead of on your toes or your forefoot. Again, we all have other things going on in our body. If you can focus on that, even going slow too, here, heel to toe, allows you to reset your brain, your cerebellum, to make this your normal posture, default posture, versus where your body's used to. Any questions about that? These are things we can start doing, like we talked about earlier, consistency, persistency. At that point, doing them often enough so your body can change over time to get our body where it doesn't cause back pain, hip pain, shoulder pain, neck pain. Once my body does this and goes forward here, at that point, everything gets pushed in instead of being open and decompressed. Once I lean forward, called flexion, that's when the body compresses together, making the back muscles overstretch, making the front muscles tighten and weaken, so the body learns to stay here until it causes pain, and you come and see me. And I'm busy again. You know? That's all it comes down to. Things we can do today to start watching how we sit, how we stand, and how we walk and move to make our body better Long term, so our muscles stay balanced. Again, balance is going to be this here of having the balance of having the body up, right? So these muscles in your, as you stay here more in this position, then the muscles rebalance. Your leg muscles, front and back, stay strong. Not here, where now the hips are tighter, back's weaker. As we relearn this position, the muscles will readapt to better position. That's when your body can get back to better balance. So our shoulders stay open, not tight and closed, and then pain, neck, and upper back.
How does that help you with arch support? Say a sturdy shoe that give you that support that you need, that what a lot of people do.
So a lot of people really want to do this when they have, say for example, painful feet or sore feet. They do this.
That's true.
They open their feet up. The problem is now you go open the feet up, now you drop the arch in your shoe to cause more strain on your foot and also knee problems too. I had someone come in today, bad shoulder injury, bad lower back. He comes in like this, but he's like this. So I go, okay, we got to get that foot in. But what I tell him when he brings his foot in is you're going to feel like right now your foot coming out, at that point it feels like it's your straight. You're going to want to feel like your foot is coming in because now it's going to be more normal.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have to relearn where to put that foot because once your foot's out, muscles adapt here, muscles adapt here, causing his back pain. So now you're going to bring the foot in, make the body realign itself, muscle can readapt here. Just fine. Just fine. But arch supports for your foot are phenomenal. I wear them all the time, my shoes. Firm shoes are the best. Firm shoe. You want the shoe that I was with, I think it's this two talks ago, you want the shoe not to bend in the middle. You want the middle of the shoe to be firm. That one gives you more support for your arch and for your foot. That one with a firm shoe, you can walk on your heel and not cause any heel pain. It's relearning that position over time. Again, everyone's different. This is what everyone deals with, but that's what I kind of focus on. Question? Question, no question?
No.
Spasm, what is a spasm?
Spasm is a muscle guarded spontaneously. Sometimes from a nerve, sometimes from being overstretched also too. If the muscle is short, I know the same thing, I had a shoulder injury, short muscle here, and I try to overstretch to my normal position, it may spasm if the length of the muscle is too short. The spasm is trying to protect the area, trying to prevent more injury. So you want to make sure as I help someone make their muscles longer versus short, we slowly stretch things out to where it's uncomfortable but not painful.
What about cramps in the legs?
Good.
Especially when you sleep. When you least expect it.
Worst.
Oh.
It's like it just stabbed you with a knife at that point.
Worst. So it's obviously hydration. Do you roll out your calves? You roll them out before you go to bed?
I don't.
Look it up online, YouTube, using a foam roller to roll out your calves. It's not going to feel good. I used to do marathon triathlon before. And I'd get to the point where I'd run so much, my calves would cramp when I'm running. I'd call someone to pick me up. I started rolling them out with a foam roller, which doesn't feel good initially because the muscle gets so tight, it makes it better. If the muscle's tight, it's going to naturally spasm on itself.
So that's dehydration, you think?
Dehydration can be, but if they're chronically causing the spasm, it's tight, short muscles in your calf. Rolling them out is going to not feel good, but it's going to make you overall better. It's going to make the muscle longer to make it better.
No, you
Yes.
say shorter, does that mean because you're through an injury or because you're working it too hard and it becomes
Could be both.
shorter?
Yes.
I mean, you won't normally shorten itself during spasm, am I right on that?
Yes. And sometimes it'll spasm because it's too short also. It doesn't have enough length to actually move. So if someone's working out, muscle have to get tight, correct? They get tighter. We have to learn how to stretch, and this is another class I do too, how to stretch all the time. We work out as our routine, as a consistency, so the workouts we do doesn't cause injury. Anytime we add stress to the body, the muscles naturally tighten to make it, because you're breaking down, the muscles get, when you have soreness in the muscle, as you know, at that point the muscles will naturally tighten over time. So by stretching all the time, either using a broomstick, whatever you want to use, or using half stretches too, allows you not to think about stretching, you're just doing it every day. I had a patient come in a couple weeks ago, a younger kid. You go, which days do you stretch? We talked about stretching last couple weeks ago when I saw him 2 weeks previously. He goes, well, sometimes I stretch on Monday, sometimes Wednesday, sometimes Saturday. I go, okay, let's stretch days that end with Y. If you stretch the days that end with Y, can that work for you? He goes, you mean every day? Yes. When it's part of your routine every day, you don't have to think about it, what day it is. Before I go to work out in the gym in the morning, I stretch for 10 minutes in my home every day. 10 minutes of stretching, 2 minutes of planking, sit-up still burns. That's when I know my body's warmed up for my workout. Don't think about it, just do it. Then a cup of coffee, I'm ready to go. Done. My pre-workout, my cup of coffee, done. When you have a routine, you do it every day, allows you not to, so when I do it in the morning because that's my thing, I'm a morning person. The night person, go, good for you. But I want to get it done by the time sun goes down, I've had a long day, I have sundowns at 49. I'm done for the day. I was like, no, last minute, can you do something, tomorrow can you do something like, no, text to me because I don't remember right now. I'm done for the day. But I want my mornings to check off my list, stretched, worked out, hydrated, whatever it is. That's when you have your checklist. Now I get to my day, what's going to be chaotic normally. That's what happens. You know?
So how do you stretch out the calf you're saying?
So I would do this, just to stretch out normally here, is take a chair, lock out the knee, and bring the foot forward. That one allows you to butt the foam roll for someone who works out a lot, would really get that deep muscle of the calf to stretch. That's a good one to start doing every day. If you're watching TV, I want commercials about longer than I'd want them to be. So I stretch through your commercial.
But it's a good time to stretch.
Yes, I'm like, it's never gonna end.
Yeah.
If you have Hulu, like you can't even fast forward commercial, like you can fast forward to it. You know, I remember being able to record a movie and watch just the movie, not the commercials. Now they make you watch the commercials. It's taking over our lives. I don't know what it is.
You don't want to, make you pay for it.
Yeah, get the premium. I'm not already paying enough as it is.
That's crazy.
I can work so many hours a day. Okay, and then walking, right? How walking would most people that don't exercise, when they start walking, if they can, allows them to really feel a difference and start into a routine. That makes sense? Everyone that has 2 feet, some people don't, allows them to start a routine they can build on. I can have someone who's been in a lot of pain for a long time, they'll start walking 5 minutes a day. How's 5 minutes feel? Pretty easy, good. Let's do 10 minutes. You can start building a slow routine just on time. At that point, over time, get them to where the 50 minutes. I had Rachel, I remember her name now. Rachel, a couple years ago, she came in, I think we talked about it before. Came in severe pain, older Hispanic lady. And I go, she's in a walker and wanted a wheelchair, but not yet. And I go, well, what? I took her x-rays and I go, Rachel, your back's fine. What happened? The doctor told her about 6-9 months earlier, if your back hurts, lie down. If it hurts, sit down. Don't move it. So she got weaker, tighter, weaker, tighter. Well, now she had both dropping her both legs, side her both legs. Then I go, Rachel, you're not gonna like me. Sorry. I'm gonna have you start walking 5 minutes a day. But it's gonna hurt. I'm like, I know. But do you want to be in a bed? Do you want a nursing home? No, she said something in Spanish. Like, she was kind of angry. Spanish was kind of probably a bad word. I don't know what she called me. But she's like, I don't want to do that. And I go, then let's start. She started exercising. She started moving slowly. Right? She come in every week. Go, it hurts, but I walk 10 minutes a day now, and then 20 minutes a day. Now she walks 45 minutes a day, no cane, no walker. But had to get her to understand, when you get comfortable, sometimes in pain, will allow you to get better. And for her, I had her ice afterwards, other therapy she could do, keep her motivated to keep walking. But finding ways to get people motivated, I always ask them, we don't have to do anything. We'll call a nursing home up right now and find you a spot. Good deal, sounds good? No, they don't want that. We want to be independent, right? We want to stay independent as much as we can, but it takes the work to do it. You know, you guys, if you're here, you've already started something, you know what you need. Just maintain it. And life is life, right? It's always going to hit us with something. A bad routine, of getting sick, whatever it might be too, or having an injury. So how do we get back on track when an injury is bad? Yes?
If you have a soft spot in part of your body, like some people have their neck, whatever, and they have some stress that is high level, can that be kind of a weak spot in their
Yes.
part of their body, like people get headaches or whatever.
And that's part of it too, is you find out how do you read your own body? Is where does your body feel stressed the most? When is your body telling you your posture's bad? When you're emotionally stressed also, where does your body feel that? So I help my patients understand that they're gonna have, everyone is different, their spot to tell them, okay, this is too stressful, you do something else. This is causing too much stress, it's affecting my body, let's do something else. I have a pain here, okay, that's my sign that something else is going on, you take care of that right away. But teaching someone how to read their body once they're well allows them now to become their best doctor for themselves to make sure their body's taken care of. And I'm too busy as it is, I don't want to see everybody. I want to make sure they can read their own body so they can actually stay healthy over time. When they don't feel healthy, they can get back to a better state of health right away. Not wait 2-3 months now their body's changed to a bad or a worse state of health. Now they have to work up to it again. My patients know, they have pain more than 2-3 days, come right away, let's fix it before your body adapts to having that pain. Once it adapts, I'm like, okay, now I have some work to do. I'd rather avoid the excitedness of seeing me for 2-3 weeks versus seeing once or twice. At that point, you're good to go. You know, but it's teaching someone, like you mentioned, how to read their body. Is it emotional stress, physical stress, or both? How do we adjust to that? If we can, adapt to our stressors or remove that stressor from our life or lifestyle. You know, I'm not saying, I have some doctors, patients come to my office and go, my medical doctor told me, my stress is so bad at work, quit my job. Okay, so if you quit your job, what happens? Well, my wife stays home, I have 3 kids, so we're gonna have to move in with my mom. My wife doesn't like my mom, she has a small house, so I go, is that more stressful than fixing the problem causing the stress, is it your body or something else, so you can handle the stress of your day? I love physical labor, so I work iron workers, my admin that climb poles all day, people that build bridges all day, so physical work. To make your body better handle that stress, so you don't have to move in with your mom. You know? So that seems more stressful. Or kick your dog out. You know? I don't know.
Your dog will work?
Yes! Yes! But it's making our body, and I said to people last year too, can we make our body handle the stress of our day so we don't feel affected by our day? And take it over to the next day. It's not just today what's gonna happen. We're gonna probably wake up tomorrow. Tell my friends if I'm not there, work out in the morning, check the obituaries. You know?
Yeah.
If I'm not there, check. But I'm expecting to be there tomorrow, so I have to make sure I can handle stress of today, sleep, and wake up tomorrow and do the same thing. Not feel too beat up, not do tomorrow. So find your balance though, you know? I have these talks every month. My previous talks on the workshops on my playlist on YouTube. But find how it works for you and maintain that. And if you need to, build it up a little bit more. A little more. That's the thing, people go to the gym and go, their excuse is not going to the gym. Well, if I can start going to the gym, I'm going to want to go all the time. I go, and that's a problem. Why? Because it feels good. Who doesn't want to feel good? You know, I don't do drugs. I'd rather just stay healthy.
That's what a lot of doctors do.
Yes.
The first thing they do is muscle relaxers.
You close the door quick. Yeah, they medicate, right? You feel good artificially. The problem is, you didn't fix the problem that was causing you to feel bad in the first place. They're looking at, how do I do, and again, this insurance companies kind of run the show sometimes medically, is how to give them a quick fix, a $10 pill, get them out of my office, versus, hey, what is your real problem that's caused your pain? Your neuropathy, your weakness. That's what we not specialize in, that's what we do as chiropractors, is how do you find out what the cause of the problem is, the root cause, not just what the pain's causing. And people come with hand numbness. I'm not going to be surgeon their hand because it's coming from their neck. So finding out the root cause helps them understand how to heal it properly and then maintain that healing. It just takes work, you know? But helping someone like that today, they understand they had a shoulder problem pre-COVID, never got it fixed, never had a chance to, now they want to get it fixed like 4 years later. So walking through the x-rays, what's going on with the x-rays, how to move the shoulder better, and how to really teach that person how to get themselves healthy. I sit in my office for maybe 10 minutes, not very long. But in that 10 minutes, I want to walk through the stretches, exercise routines. So when they go home, they know what to do at home. Send them videos what to do. But it's up to that person and everybody themselves to want to do it, learn how to do it, at that point maintain that routine.
Like you said, it's funny because a lot of times when you least expect it, you could be lifting something, whatever,
Yeah.
you're fine. You lift something that's not even heavy and that can destroy you. That's what happened to me. I got my ligament all ripped.
Yeah.
Just putting the spark with 5-gallon bottle, I'm turning it the wrong way. I just heard it rip completely.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew something was wrong, but I'm like, okay, what the hell?
That's not good.
And then sometimes you can move patio furniture, wrought iron, and you feel great or whatever. Like my problem is that she always tells me, I feel like I can still do it, but mentally, but physically, you start to adapt and you can't. And you can't, you don't want to accept it, but yet you have to because if not, pain starts coming in when you least expect it and you're in double trouble.
I love when patients say, when I was younger, yes, we do this. I'm like, yeah, so what's the first 3 words you said? When I was younger.
Yeah.
How old are you now? Okay. Well, you can do it.
Yeah.
But realize you may have an injury later the next
No,
day.
it's true.
But I have patients same
But
thing.
some
They,
people, it just doesn't sink in right away.
and
It
then
has
again,
to. Now it has.
they're still invincible.
Yeah, true.
But I feel that they're brushing their teeth and their back goes up. Wasn't the toothbrush's fault? It was what building up over time.
Exactly.
I go, how much do you stretch? I don't really stretch. How much you work out? I don't really work out. Okay. So that was the cause of your lifestyle changes to get things better. Just work. But again, doing stretches, how often? Every day is probably pretty good. Days end with Y. Focus on that. Days end with Y. Any other questions? We're going to start this every month. We're going to do this every month. We have been since 2016. I think I've been started doing these talks. At that point, go to my previous workshops too. If you have a back issue, neck issue, whatever it is, stretching, posture, walking, we have all the videos out there. I do these to help demonstrate them with you guys and answer your questions while I'm here to make sure you guys stay healthy. Guys and girls.
Sure.
Yes.
I have a question. I heard that it's good when you work out, do different things. Let's say like on Monday you go for a walk, Tuesday Zumba. Is that true? Not just to do the same thing?
It allows your body not to adapt to one thing. And it doesn't wear down those joints as much. For example, my Fridays is, or my Thursday is chest day, Friday is arm day, Saturday is back day, and Sunday is shoulder day. And then, but I do CrossFit other days too. Mixing it up, as athletes know, allows your body not to adapt or wear itself down to it. So if I do biceps every day, the problem is my bicep from today might be fine, but do it again tomorrow, I've already stretched the tissue, caused injury that way. So the recovery and rest of those body joints allows your body to not break down and cause injury. So by mixing it up every day is a key, I think. And I have one guy, he does chest and tries every day. I'm like, dude, your chest looks good. Do something else.
What about physical therapy? What do you think?
Fantastic.
Really?
It's a good way to get a coach. Again, physical therapists are different. Everyone's different. Every profession is different. Good way to find a coach to help you through your injuries so you have one, or get you healthier so you can do it on your own. When I see physical therapists, I go, how do you help patients learn how to do stuff on their own all the time? I go, we just do this. I'm like, then that's not what I want to see. I want to see someone to actually help you learn how to become the best exercise for your joints, for your body. Especially if you have scar tissue in your joints or whatever that's going on in your body. At that point, how do we work around that or through that if need be? So PT will allow you to move the joint passively. Meaning instead of me moving my arm this way, they can move it for me to test what ligaments and muscles might be strained or injured. And from there, I get the green light to go back and do my own. So PT is a good way to start, especially if you have an injury or rehab, to make sure you're doing the right things not to hurt yourself.
For physical therapy, if you go there with an issue, or for accident, whatever, you have to do your homework.
Of course.
A lot of them,
And I ask,
they don't want to do their homework.
that's fine, it's people.
Yeah.
I go, you don't have to do your homework, just realize you're in pain. I said, my back feels great. I'm fine. So if you want your back to get better, you have to do the homework.
Yeah.
They're not there just to do it for you. You know, you're not an invalid. You have to make sure you do your own. So, but again, some CPTs don't. They go, no, just do them here when you're here. No, that's not what I want to see.
No.
I want someone to actually teach me how to do it on my own, so I can do it on my own, get myself better. Because part of rehab and physical therapy, or even chiropractic too, it's not just the treatment at the office. Even when say there's a case, whatever it is, there's say 12 visits. It's how do I do after those 12 visits of physical therapy or chiropractic care, now move on to my own home care, maintain that routine so my body can stay healthy. That's the plan. Learn your habits, learn your routine, and maintain that no matter what's going on, as much as you can, to stay healthy for the long run. So 2025, if we get 2025. You know? What's my mom always say? This year's the wrath of God. I'm like, Mom, you said it last year. Come on, bring it on already. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know? You know? Whatever other saying is. Whatever. Every year. You know? Just bring it already. So start working out. But the thing is, we can't think of what we may not be here down the line. I just want to be here tomorrow, next week, by having a routine I don't think about.
And stay healthy.
Yes, but do the work to stay healthy.
Yes.
Go, man, how do you go to work out every day? I'm like, because I'm sore every day. I'm tired every day sometimes. Because I work out. You don't have to be. You take a power nap every day?
No.
4 o'clock in the morning?
No, I wake up early in the morning, do my routine, maybe waking up, cup of coffee, that, dog, clean, cook,
Oh, okay.
everything by 6, walks, and ready for her. If she wakes up about 8-ish, 9-ish,
So you're the morning person, she's the night owl.
Yeah.
when it comes down
Got
to
it.
it.
At
Got it.
night, they don't.
And by 6 or 7, I'm already on the sofa watching
Yeah.
something with
What's
one
the
eye open.
second I'm like, sun's down, okay. Okay, guys, good night. I'm out of here.
Want to watch a movie? Sure. 2 minutes, boom.
On. Yeah, see? Everyone's different, right?
Yeah.
So some people like to work out at night, some people like to work in the morning. So I'm not saying when to do it, just make sure you get it done. Yeah, all of us. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
I missed the one about when you were talking about leg cramps.
Good. So if you have calves is using something that's sturdy, putting your foot on there, letting your foot angle up and lock your knee out and push forward. And hold that for about 30 seconds. Against the wall is easier to, or even a bed frame. At that point, 30 seconds and relax. You should feel it anywhere it's tight, because realize that tendon that makes the calf tight can go from your heel up to underneath your knee. So wherever you feel it, keep up that stretch for 30 seconds, break about 2 to 3 times.
Okay, also, once in a while I get ankle cramps
Okay. Ankles. Is it on the outside or inside of the ankle?
inside.
Inside.
In the front.
So you almost want to do for that one is here, like that. Go up on your toe and bring that foot forward. I would keep the shoe on because it's easier with the shoe, and let the shoe stretch your front of your foot here all the way through. You know, that's easier. You know, just stretch it out. Think if it's cramping, how do I stretch? If it's cramped, what muscle or ligament, what joint can I stretch to make that area better? Just work. You know, that's why they pay me the big bucks. You know? All right.
Well, generally, if you have a cramp in the middle of the night, what I do, I have
Yes.
to get up and
Move
walk
around.
through the house, you know, so that I can stretch it out that way.
That's
And
right.
then
That's
I
a
take
load
that
to it.
down.
Do you take mustard or pickle juice to help you?
You know, I've never done that. Some people have suggested
Yeah.
that. No,
Yeah,
I just
mustard.
get up and I walk a little bit, and then I can get back into bed. I don't have a problem.
If it's not bad, I can walk and go back to bed, but if it's bad, I have to get up, take the
Yeah.
mustard, and then I put ice packs on it.
Oh,
It contracts the tissue more too.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
About 20 minutes, sometimes
You're
it
good. Yeah.
It's something where if you have it often enough too, if you exercise a lot, you start wearing compression socks too. Not when you're sleeping, but before you go to sleep, an hour
Oh, yeah,
beforehand.
yeah, not
Hour beforehand. At that point, compression socks might be good if you have the cramps all the time too. I see when I get the cramp all the time, I used to wear it when I ran a lot. Yes.
Does the cold weather has to do getting a cramps too, or not really?
It's more the damp, it's more the dryness with the cold combination both. Because realize when the weather changes like this where it's cold and damp and even dry too, the barometric pressure changes. So your joint pressure becomes more. So the pressure down in atmosphere, your joint pressure will increase just from a day to day. From Southern California here, it's 35 at night and it's up to 65, 70 in the daytime. That change in temperature all day, every day, allows your joints to feel that pressure. I had a lady in Verdell, she passed away a couple years ago. She had polio. She had joint destruction in her joint. She had a brace on all the time, had a cane or a walker with her. Because she had so much joint pressure already, she would tell us 3 days before it would rain. Her joints were so sensitive, any type of pressure change. She was like, it's gonna rain 3 days. I'm like, I believe you, drop my umbrella, it rained. You know? But it's something when your joints are that tight, you gotta be real careful with that. Yeah, but the temperature does affect it. So warming up more, doing stretches before you go work out is gonna be your key. Huge. Plus, stay warm as much as you can, dude. We're Southern California. We can't handle cold weather. I was on the phone talking to Spectrum, guy from Spectrum, and he goes, "Where's up in California?" We go, "Oh, it's in Southern California." He goes, "How's the temperature?" So a few weeks ago, he goes, I said 65, 75, about there, 65, 70, like, because I'm in Syracuse, New York. It's 35 to 40 degrees here.
Right.
I haven't seen the sun in 2 weeks. I go, so me brings pot stir. I go, we turn on the AC, it's getting too hot in the room, in the car, it's getting too hot. Turn the AC, he goes, I'll put you on hold, sir. Like, dang it. But it's like we're outside spoiled here, but something where even though our temperature does change really dry, that's the hard part. We still have to be able to adapt to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's different. All right. Any other questions for this January talk? Good.
Very good.
And next, what is next month? Who has the paper?
The 21st.
So 21st, good. Avoid body pains, know how to stand and sit. We talked a little bit about today. I'm going to show you on that talk what exercise to start doing to stand and sit better for longer durations and adapt to make those muscles stronger. Ooh. And these are on my YouTube also. But specifically for your class, I want to make sure you have these ones in there too. Right? And some people go, oh, and people too, next time, I'll bring demonstrators in here also, or you guys will demonstrate as part of the process. Try everything. Make sure you're good. All right, go back to work. I'm gonna be late again.